And welcome to Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars.
Hey guys, welcome back. Be sure to check out the show notes at the bottom of this recording because I usually have a lot of cute little tidbits along the way, and you also get to follow me on Instagram at Elizabeth Magical Garden. All the information will be down below. Hi, my name is Elizabeth from Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars, guys. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm going to be recording this particular podcast on this device, and I'm praying to God that you guys can hear me. Guys, welcome back to the podcast. My name is Elizabeth from Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Guys, I am outside. I just finished having my coffee. I just finished doing a nice little stroll out and about. So if you hear any noise, that is traffic and all the seasonings available for you guys. Welcome back. Guys, pet peeve alert. Pet peeve alert. Okay. So I'm sitting down. I'm having my coffee. I'm listening to one of my favorite podcast episodes, which is the His and Her podcast episode with Lauren and Michael Bosstick. I hope I'm saying their names right. They don't know me, but I always love listening to them. I get so many nuggets. So be sure to check them out if you never heard of their podcast. It's Fly. They're a fly couple, in my humble opinion. And Bethany Frankel is on that particular episode that I was listening to. So just want to let you know where I left off. But anyway, I'm sitting here, I'm listening to the podcast, and this young man, not that young, but young enough, but old enough, has this big dog, right? And there's like a beautiful landscape right in front of me. And his dog goes to the bathroom and kicks, like the dog is innocent. The dog used the bathroom, kicks over, his number two, his poo, as he's supposed to. That's what dogs do. And then the guy, he just walks away. I'm looking at him like, I know he's going to pick it up. I know he's going to pick up the poo. Doesn't pick it up, walks away, head straight. But to add insult to injury, he has a lint brush in his hand. So, okay, so you're going to get the lint off, but you're not going to pick up the poo. And mind you, the garbage can, this park is really amazing, where they have like superb large cans, like every 12 feet. I could be wrong, but it's not so far where you have to go scouring for a garbage can. You don't have to do that. It's right there. And he just walked away. He walked away like nothing. Anyway, and the reason why I'm saying that, because, spring is in the air. Well, it is spring. And although it feels a little chilly, that's probably why I'm like, spring is in the air. It is now springtime, soon to be summer. It's going to be a lot of people taking their blankets, sitting in the park, sitting in the grass. I'm one of those people that like to perch up, as you already know. So to not have people clean up after their pets, that's just not cool, man. Like, we all live in this planet. We're all benefiting from this planet. I don't know why we tend to feel like we're the only one that exists, and the person that comes behind us is not going to reap the benefits as well. So guys, the sirens, sorry about that. There's nothing I could do about that. But yeah, we have to live. I feel like, living an intentional life is just a thing. Come on now. Like, after 2020, like, did we not learn anything? Anyway, guys, that was just a little rant that I felt like I had to get on. And believe me, I know how it is. You don't want to pick up after your dog. Let me tell you something. I will be very candid. I remember when I got my first dog. I never had a dog before, and I got my first dog. Her name was Bella. Oh my God, I loved her so much. And she was a Shih Tzu. I adopted her. She was 9 years old. It's a whole shebang. But anyway, I remember the first 2 weeks that I got her. I was one of those people. Like, I remember
maybe like once or twice I didn't pick up after her, and I never forget the third time I took her out for a walk. And the funny thing is, I had already felt guilty about it. I was like, you know what? Nah, if I have this dog, I got to pick up after my dog, right? Because for a little dog, she was really using that bathroom. Them little dogs be laying it down. So anyway, I had my bag all ready to pick up after her. And I never forget the maintenance guy that was cleaning around the interior of where I live. He looked at me, he's like, I know you're going to pick up after that dog, right? And I was like, of course. And I felt so proud of myself because I really had intention to do that. And obviously he made that comment because a lot of people, I'm sure, does not pick up after their dog, unfortunately. So him saying that just let me know, like, wow. And then as I bent down to pick up her poo, a woman and her little daughter literally was inches from walking towards me, and she looked like she was just about to drop her daughter to school. She was going to work. And I remember to this day, and this is years ago, to this day, I remember saying to myself, I was like, wow, thank God I picked this up, because like, who wants to start their day like that? So pick up after your dog, guys. No one wants to do the dirty work, but we all want to reap the benefits of the love and care of these animals. And, we got to do our part, period. Anyway, guys, today's topic is about being inspired and having conscious intention to move forward in life, right? Really using the momentum that we find ourselves in, especially when we work so hard to be in this particular momentum. And you know what I'm talking about. You did the things. You've been oiling your skin. You've been drinking the water. You've been going to the gym or working out, going for the walks, doing the things, right? Reading the books. Sidebar, I just finished reading this fabulous book that I feel like everybody should be reading, it's called The Game of Life and How to Play It. It's such a good book. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but it honestly kind of like came at me in a way that I didn't think that it was going to be implemented. So it was really, really empowering and really enriching. And if you listen to my episodes, I think you're going to feel this book. So be sure to check it out. It's called The Game of Life and How to Play It. The author, I can't remember right now, but you could look it up on Amazon. Using this momentum, and being that I just finished reading this book, and I just feel, I've been reading a couple of books, as you guys know I'm always reading. If I sound like I am speeding, I gotta woosah. Let me slow down the way I'm talking, because I just finished having my coffee and I feel like I'm like running past my words. So let me take it down a T. If you have been doing the things, and even if you haven't been doing the things, this can still be a momentum that you can ride on, because honestly, a momentum is just a shift in mindset. Once you change your mindset and you literally shift, because a mindset change is a shift in consciousness, right? And once you hone into that shift in consciousness and you say, today's the day. Today I am fabulous. Today I am prosperous. Today I am healthy. Today I am wise. Today's the day. Yesterday was yesterday. Today's the day. And we're moving forward with this consciousness, and we're taking it one day at a time, and we're going to keep this momentum. We're going to do the writing. We're going to write down our affirmations, reminding ourselves about this conscious mind shift that we are on, and riding this wave. Because I'm here to tell you, once you horn in, one thing after another will definitely happen for you. Honestly, success is not that hard. I'm here to tell you, success is really not that hard. And the reason why I can say that with confidence is because for years, I have struggled in that area. For years, I would tell myself that once I have all of this, once I know all of this, once I obtain all of these things, I will be successful. Hell no, I'm successful today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Okay, I'm successful right now, boo. I'm fly now. Okay, I'm the is right now and shall be continuously. Okay, and you are too. It's just a conscious mind shift, and it's just so weird how we can really convince ourselves that we're not enough. I know I'm not the only one. For years, I battled this conscious shift, and I've been back and forth battling it like slaying a dragon, okay? Having a sword, fighting obstacles after obstacles. And you know what? What I realized is that that sword, that fight will never discontinue. This is something, as long as we are blessed to open our eyes and live in this conscious life, we'll always be going back and forth to these in these battles. And here's why: there's always something letting you know what you're not. There's always something trying to probe you or convince you that you have something. Like, even down to the commercials, right? These commercials, let me tell you about these commercials, okay? I remember back in the day, is it just me? I remember back in the day, YouTube didn't have any commercials. And when I changed from having cable to not having cable, like, I've been streaming for years. I started streaming before streaming was a thing, guys. I remember watching everybody pay all this money for all these channels. And bro, if you are one of these people that is paying, giving your coins away and paying for all these channels, bro, do you? If that's what you want to do. But let me tell you something, there is freedom on the other side. You really don't have to do that. Okay, because, like, honestly, like, who's sitting there watching or consuming all this television? And if you are, and you're under the sign of my voice, this is your momentum to, like, veer away from that, because you can be creating something beautiful. You could be making a big change in this world rather than consuming somebody else's content over and over again. I mean, it's cool at a time, but, like, making it like your daily and only regimen is not cool. Okay, so, you know, yeah, this is your time to make a move and have somebody else consume your content as well. Okay, so I used to spend all this money on cable until a shift in consciousness. You know, I remember at that time, I was going through some financial situations. I just finished, like, maybe like a couple of years down the line, I completed my divorce, and, you know, money was different, and I had to make some big changes. And this is in a time where, like, if you, like, having cable was a flex. Having cable was a flex. Having, you know, channels like the OWN channel, and I'm not trying to poo-poo on the OWN channel. You know, now my girl, you know, Oprah, she's on YouTube, so you can get her for free. And even she smartened up, because she even was quoted saying that, you know, I mean, the OWN channel was still really good, but I think what she realized when she rescinded from her regular Oprah channel and she started the OWN channel, she realized that a lot of people, because I don't think it was doing as good as she expected to be, especially from the platform that she came from. And what she realized was that a lot of people didn't have cable. A lot of people did not have cable. So she had to pivot from that. So come on, if Oprah can pivot, we can pivot too. Okay. And when I change my consumption, when I change my thought process in terms of, you know, wanting to be like everybody else, like, oh, you know, I'm poor if I don't have cable. Damn that. Let me tell you something. You know what's always a flex for me? Eating. Okay, I will rescind anything that's going to get in the way for me eating the way I want to eat. And I love to eat. I may be slim. I'm slim, but I love to eat. At least the things that I like. I'm not a big, like, eating all day, but I eat what I like to eat, and I like to eat good things, right? So good, healthy things for the most part. And I remember being teased, guys. I remember being teased because I did not have cable. These shows would come on, and when I was working a physical job, people would have like these conversations about, smut TV. I'm not going to say the names of these type of shows, but like the drama. First of all, goodbye. Thank you for not being part of that. I didn't want to be part of that. I had enough going on in my life that I was rescinding from and getting away. It was a whole clean out, right? And what I realized is that people are just followers. It's just a mindset, because I also remember down the line a couple of years after, maybe like 2-3 years after, people would come to me and be like, you know what? I think you're right. We're not having cable. Like my cable bill. I'm like, and that has been the ongoing theme of my life. Because whether it's a situation that has occurred in my life or a conscious mind shift, it has always put me on a path to greatness. And I'm sharing these intimate stories with you guys because I want you to also have a shift in consciousness and riding the momentum. Because trust me, it's not an easy thing. It's fun when you first get on, but staying on is the hard part, because you do plateau, and then that's when we start to regress. We start to go back to the things that made us not want to be there in the first place. But here's the thing, this is what I learned, right? Because that I used to be really hard on myself, because I would feel myself regressing or going back to the old things, and then I would get into that conscious mind of me wanting to self-loathe and just all the things that's not putting me in my best light. And you know what I realized? It's okay. It's okay to regress. It's okay. It's okay to do the things. The thing about it is, it's about keeping a particular balance. Like, especially if you see the pattern, right? I noticed the pattern within myself. I see patterns, especially in different seasons. I see when I am more outgoing. I see the pattern of when I get like I'm starting to burn out. I see the pattern of me not allowing myself to have enough rest and what comes with that. So once I see, because sometimes I don't see it, right? I just find myself in a different wave. I ride that wave, and I pick up the tools that allowed me to be successful in that season when I found myself to be in that season, while still holding the baton, still riding the wave of the current consciousness that I worked so hard to obtain. Does that make any sense? Okay, for the people in the back, say amen. Okay, because take it all with you. That's another thing. We don't have to shed all the skin, right? Because some of that skin we need to survive. Like, a lot of times when we get into the Zen way of thinking, where we say, I'm a better person, I'm no longer this feisty blah blah blah, this person that will curse you out, or this person that will you know what you better take her with you, you better take him with you, because let me tell you, you still need that person, you still need that side, you still need that feisty side, you still need that do or die person, okay, with you. The thing is knowing when to let that side out strategically. It doesn't always have to be when you're upset. See, that's when you don't have any control. That's, not saying, sometimes, you gotta roar, okay, because we're human beings, but strategic roaring is a thing. It's very powerful. You can roar and be very silent and not say a word. To me, that is the most powerful. Even more powerful with that is living in a state of consciousness of love. Woo. Because let me tell you something, that right there sounds sweet, but it is not that easy. It's not easy at all. To me, I think it's the hardest thing to do, staying in a love consciousness. But once you allow yourself to go through the state of mind that you have learned over the course of the years. Because here's the thing, right? Whatever parts of you, whether you like them or not, you have acquired this way of thinking over a course of time. So why do you think that because you have come to a certain way of life, now you can just let go of all those other sides of you? To you? Of you or to you? Because here's the thing. Since you was a child, you have learned how to survive, right? You have learned how to survive. I didn't get to 50, almost 52, with not learning a couple of things, good or bad. So why do I think that I'm just going to let all of it go? Let me tell you something. So I'm always looking for different ways to present myself, a little refresh. And I feel it's so funny. You hear me like giggling, or I should say, you probably can hear me smiling, maybe or maybe not, but I am smiling. I feel it's just so funny to me how life is literally a circle. And here's why. So my fashion sense has always been like, pretty much the same, but I did go through a time period where I was like very minimal, less is more. And that has always been a thing. And truly, that's still a side of me. But there's also another side of me where it's like, wear all of it. Put all of it on. More is more. The bigger the glasses, the bigger the hair, the closer to God. That is, it's just so uncanny. I feel the most comfortable in both settings. So lately I have been like just stacking on the jewelry, stacking on the statement jewelry, just stacking it on, and I've been loving it. And what I haven't been doing is putting on makeup. It's been all about the skincare for me. I want to take care of the skin that I'm in. I want my natural beauty to shine through. And let me tell you something. It's a flex. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I feel like it's a sense of confidence in your 50s. Something happens, something shifts. Okay. Especially now that I'm like in the tail, I want to say tail end of this premenopausal. I'm still in it, but like, you know what I mean? I have learned a couple of things. I have gone through, it was hard because I took the natural road. Let me tell you something. That's not for the weak, what I discuss. Okay. If you know, you know. And I just feel like I'm just like a bad bee. I'm not here to hold you. So piling it on and feeling good while piling it on. And I'm telling you, like, I'll pile it on with I'll put on like a couple of cuffs of bracelets with some sweats. Like, I don't have to be going anywhere. I could be in the house still. Okay. And the reason why I'm even bringing this up, because I was looking on eBay I was just, scouring, just looking, as us ladies do, or males, do, just for some like cool pieces. I'm more not trying to like buy so much nowadays. I'm pretty much just like, if anything, changing out certain things in my capsule wardrobe. Like, I bought this beautiful trench coat because I didn't have one in that way. Stuff like that, rather than just buying. I just want to buy the things that I love and the things that I really don't have that I will wear over and over again, at this point in my life, because it is what it is. At this point, I know what I like, I know what I don't like, and just buying anything just doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather buy really great pieces or save to buy something really, really nice that's going to last me a long time, where I'll get my money back. You know what I mean? So I seen these cuffs. Lo and behold, I seen the same cuffs that I have. And the statement pieces that I talk about, I had probably, I want to say 20 years ago. I want to say 20, 15, 20, 20, 25 years ago. That's how long I have. Because I'm a person, when I love something, I hold on to it and I just put it away. And I thought about getting rid of certain things, and I did, but I was smart enough to keep, those pieces that I really took time, like I still do. And that's what you do, especially when you are a single parent. Like, nobody has money just to be throwing away on cheap pieces. If I'm going to spend my coins, it better be on something good. Okay. I have always been like that. Thank God. And I've seen a couple of cups and they were running for money, guys. I seen one that was running for like $9.50. I was like, what? I was like, let me find out. And it's vintage. What? I'm vintage now? I love it. So why do I bring this up? Because when you keep up the momentum of mindset, whether it's the way you dress, the way your mindset, it over a course of time, the enriching, the value, the compounding value that occurs over the course of time is remarkable. So when you find yourself in these spaces where you feel like you are about to regress, and it's like, okay, I'm doing the same old thing again. Why am I back here? I was so on the path of doing what I had to do. Now look at me. I'm doing these things that I used to do, and I thought I no longer. Don't do that, or try not to do that. You know what I mean? Let yourself do the thing. Let yourself do the thing. Let yourself be free. Let yourself have fun. Because a lot of times, if you are reaching for certain things, again, it's because maybe you haven't had, not maybe, there's no balance. You didn't have a balance, and now, because you don't make time to have fun, you don't make time to just chill and just be free and do nothing, now that part of you is going to just like, listen, take over. And that's what happens, whether it's with food, substance, working out too much, something is going to happen because there's no balance, right? But how about if you say to yourself, again, shifting our conscious, right? Making a point to ride the wave going forward. How about if you just have tools? I always mention this, having tools in your arsenal that works in any area of your life, because again, everything is a pattern. Everything. You've been through this. May not be the same thing, but the same type of grief, because pain is pain, right? Pain is pain. It may not come up and show up in the same way, but pain is pain. What did you do? What mindset did you have to get into? What mindset did you have to shift into to get through that, right? Because we're adults, right? So looking back, you got through that. So how can you get through this while still maintaining, right, staying the course of your success? Because that's what it's all about, right? This life is about riding a wave, having fun, being successful in your own right. Who says what success is supposed to look like? I follow a lot of women that are around my age now on YouTube, or just like because I one time felt like, why am I feeling a little down? Why am I feeling like a little against myself, right? Why am I not feeling like how can I say as confident as I know I am? Because I consider myself to be confident. I'm not saying that I'm confident all the time, because I'm not. But for the most part, I'm pretty good at that. And I really feel it's because of my spiritual life, number one. And I work hard to take care of myself. And when you do those things, it does build a sense of confidence, right? But I was feeling like a little struggle bus. I was on a struggle bus in that lane. And I realized it's because I'm sitting here looking at all these 25-year-old women, okay, doing it. I'm like, girl. And now I'm not saying I'm not looking at the young bulls. I'm not hating on the young bulls, do you? But I am in a different season. And what happens is that you are like trying to do all these things to keep yourself in this vortex that is no longer you, boo. You naturally. Now, I'm not saying that I'm just leaving cautious to the wind, but I do believe in growing old gracefully. That is me. I am a lotion and potion type of person. If you're into all the other things, do you. But I just feel like, hey, I had fun in my 20s. I had fun in my 30s. I was blessed to have fun in my 40s. Now I'm even more blessed to have fun in my 50s, and just on and on and on. And I just feel like, allow myself to chill in that way. I want to see how I rock in every set. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I started following a lot of like-minded people that feel like me, that is doing the damn thing. And lo and behold, I just felt better about myself, right? Because a lot of the pressure was off, right? No, my hair is not naturally black anymore. It's not a thing. And it's okay. It's okay, because one time it was a thing and it was fly, right? My hair was popping. It's still popping, but different popping now. Now I have to do a little tweaky, a little different things to maintain and to keep up, what I love looking at, right? And not destroying my hair with color to constantly to keep up the facade of, oh, I'm not gray. Like, boo, you gray. Okay. And I'm not saying that I'm opposed to color. I am not opposed to color. But for me right now, that's not what I want to do. Right now, I want to see what it looks like. I want to see how I look going through the natural process. And what's so funny? I'm loving it because it allows myself to meet myself where I'm at, slowly but surely. I love it. Anyway, guys, I just want to share this message with you guys. I know it was a little bit, I don't feel like all over, but I feel like we did stay in topic, which is, staying the course and riding the momentum of your success wherever you find yourself in. Because, guys, it's springtime. Summer is afoot, and I don't know about you, but I'm going to ride this sunny, beautiful weather. Although it's a little chilly today, but whatever. The sun is out. I'm going to ride this wave as much as possible. And this wave of life, forget the weather, this wave of life, let's live this life. Let's be conscious of how we treat ourselves and nonetheless how we treat others and also the earth, right? Let's pick up after ourselves. Let's be kind to ourselves and let's love one another. Guys, be sure to check the links down below where you can subscribe to my email list, as well as check out all the things that I create, because I've been writing blogs every single week. Yes, every week. A blog post has been going up on the blog, so be sure to read the articles. There are so many nuggets that I do not discuss on any other platform that I'm sure that you would want to add to your own arsenal. They're short, sweet, straight to the point, but the nuggets are there for sure, because I'm not a person that like to beat around the bush too much, but I just love to have those points available. You know what I mean? Because I know for me, when I do read books or when I do read articles, I notice that I love the books that are straight to the point. So, for the most part. So that's pretty much how my blog posts are set up. Okay. Along with other things. Be sure to check that out, as well as subscribe to the podcast channel, because we have our own channel as well for the podcast, as well as subscribe to my vlog channel at Elizabeth Magical Garden. All the links will be down below. Guys, stay blessed, stay in peace, and stay empowered. Peace.
Hey guys, leave a comment, a review, preferably 5 stars. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, because what is popping over there. And also check out my YouTube channel to stay connected and see your girl's lovely face. Guys, I love you so much.
Keep on pushing, and I'll definitely speak to you soon. Be blessed.